Are you looking for affordable land in North Carolina? Today I'm going to share with you our 0.92 acre lot in Wilson County, North Carolina that does come with owner financing. All right, so here's the agenda for today. First, I'm going to go over all the details you'll need to know about this 0.92 acres, including what allowable uses there are for the property or what you can do with it, whether there's flood zones, wetlands, the basic details that would tell you whether the property might work for you or not. Then I will go into our owner financing details as well as how to buy and wrap up with our free land giveaway promotion. Let's get started. So you can find all of our properties at land.gocap.com. I should say I am not a real estate agent. I only sell the properties that my company owns, and that is why we can offer owner financing on almost all of them. Right now we have about 98 available lots, and on our main listing page you can see an interactive map with all the properties. The red pins are the properties that are currently available. And you can zoom in and out to your area of interest. We do have a number of properties in North Carolina. Today we're covering one, but you can look at the others if you're interested in North Carolina. Also, before we get into the lot, I do want to say, if you're looking at our map and your area of interest doesn't show any properties, or if the properties that show up are not quite right for you, we do have a text alert option. So you can go to subscribe and subscribe to text alert. And here you can sign up to receive alerts whenever we post a property in your state of interest, so you can be the first to know. But let's get to this property. So if you scroll down beneath our map, we have a table with a little more information on each property. And today we are going to look at number 722, Wilson, number 2. So quickly, I do want to say this is our internal numbering system. It has nothing to do with the official lot number or legal description of the property. So don't expect to see 722 in the deed, and don't use that number if you're doing county research. But if you do want to find the property on our listing page, just go to 722. If you did want to do research on the property with the county, here is the assessor's parcel number, and I'll also show you where to find that on the main listing page. So let's take a closer look. Again, this is 0.92 acres. Now, if you are not familiar with Wilson County, let's zoom out and actually see where we are in North Carolina. Wilson County is still kind of eastern North Carolina, starting to move to the center portion of the state. And it is not too far from Raleigh. That would be the closest big town. Now this lot is in the town of Elm City, or just outside the town of Elm City. It's actually within the county of Wilson, but one of the closer small towns is Elm City. And this is a little more rural area. You can see here, there's like a country club. There are a couple of more, I guess, exclusive gated communities around here. There is a regional airport nearby, and in Elm City you'll have all the basic amenities. You see Piggly Wiggly, Dollar Tree, so you can get your groceries. And we are in this subdivision here. It's a residential development. The surrounding area, like I said, has a rural feel, mixed trees and fields. And there are a couple homes within this subdivision. So let's take a look at drone footage. Here we can see it's a corner lot fronted by two properties. One is one of the main county roads through the area. You can see what the neighboring home looks like. These are nice homes nearby. You can see all of them here. Larger homes. And we can go to the drone footage. So we start our drone footage with on-the-ground panoramic, an on-the-ground panoramic view. So if you can't visit the property, you get a sense of what it looks like. Again, this is a nice residential development. Most of the lot is cleared, and it is a flat lot. So it is building ready in that sense, that it's already been cleared and it's level. There are some trees in the back to kind of give you privacy from the rest of the area. That's to the other side of the community. So here you can see the surrounding homes, their size, and you get a bit of the character of the neighborhood or the surrounding area. You see some fields and trees. And again, here you can see the other homes in the neighborhood. We can later take a quick look on Zillow and see if any of these homes have gone up for sale in the past couple of years to get a sense of what they would be worth or what a home would be worth if you built on this property. Because this is definitely a lot that would be either a home building site. So for someone who's looking for a home in the country, maybe a retirement home, or you want to move your family somewhere quieter. Or it could be an investment property as well, if you wanted to hold on to it and add it to your portfolio. So let's look at some more details here. So again, if you want to do your due diligence with the county, you would give them, when you call to ask about the property, you would give them this number, the assessor's parcel number. The elevation here, it's a very flat lot as we saw, low line elevation, 170 feet. And on our main listing page, we do give you all of the approximate GPS boundary point coordinates. So each of these represent one of the approximate boundary points. These are not a substitute for a survey. If you want to know the exact location of the property, you should get a survey done. Although there are some historical plats from when the subdivision was created that would give you a pretty good sense of where all the boundary lines are. And we should have a copy of those. You can also get them from the county. But if you wanted to visit the property and get a general sense of where the boundary points are, you could use these GPS coordinates. Hi, Southern Grits. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Oh, and it's air horn time. Okay. We also, on the main listing page, and I should also say, anyone who's joining live, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat. Now, we also give the approximate GPS boundary point coordinates, and these are a link to Google Maps. So if you wanted to visit the property, you could just click on that link and use the GPS coordinates to get directions. And if you did want to visit the property, you're more than welcome to go at any time. You don't need special permission from us, although you can always give the team a call to let them know you want to visit and at the same time ask any questions you might have for us. If you did want to, I'll cover this also later, but if you did want to reach out to us with questions, we do have our contact information on our website. You could also just go to book.gocap.com to book a call with the team, and we can go over all your questions, the process, help figure out whether the property works for you. So we can quickly look in Google Maps a little more at the surrounding area. I think we covered most of it, but you can see this is an area, there's a country club, a couple of reservoirs, and some small towns nearby. Yeah, a few country clubs. So this is sort of a, I don't know what you would say, maybe more affluent area where people are buying in the countryside. And again, there's Elm City over here with basic resources like grocery stores. There's also Wilson down to the south which is a little bigger and would have more amenities. There's golf courses, reservoirs, a botanical garden. So some nice amenities nearby. Now, in terms of carrying costs, so I did mention this potentially could be an investment property. The carrying costs are relatively low. The annual taxes are about $400 a year. And it is in an HOA. So that's part of why you see most of the lots in the area have been developed and well maintained. But it's the Copperberry HOA, and the annual dues are about $660 a year. And we can take a quick look at the CCRs so you can see what's allowed. But as I said, this would be a home building lot. Actually, I already have the CCRs pulled up over here. This would be a home building lot. As you saw from what the homes looked like in the nearby vicinity, this would be a lot for a stick-built home. This isn't a mobile home lot or an RV lot. And homes, they do say, according to the CCRs, should be, I believe it's 2,000 square feet, 2,200 square feet. So you need to build sort of a standard-sized stick-built home here. And I'll go to Zillow in a second to see what kind of home value you might expect if you were to build on the lot. But the main thing here is, yes, all the lots are for single-family residential purposes, and you would need to build a stick-built home that's 2,200 square feet. So they have some other rules like no junk or temporary structures on the property. But we have a link to the CCRs if you'd like to review them on our main listing page. Now, in terms of utilities, so electricity should be available for connection. You saw there were a number of other homes nearby. But water and sewer would be well and septic. Now, there actually was an improvement permit pulled for this lot for a septic system in 2023. So the site was approved for a Type 3G septic system just 2 years ago. And this permit, the previous owners applied for this. This permit may still be active. You could call and see if it's possible. Yeah, it's actually valid until 2028. So you could call and see if it could be extended for your purposes if you wanted to build. That would be a question for the county, of course. I can't guarantee that. But either way, the fact that there was an improvement permit pulled on this property before is a very good sign that the property can be built on, at least from the standpoint of putting a septic system in the ground. And it is a Type 3G system. They actually have the drawing for where the septic would go and what the trenches look like as well. But I won't go into the technical details. We can also send you a copy of that if you'd like. It is in the public records too. Okay, so we can take another quick look at the drone footage. And then we will get into how to buy and owner financing details unless anyone has any questions. So again, this is a very pretty, and I did say we were going to look at Zillow, so let's do that quickly. But this is a very pretty area if you're looking for a lot in a, nice residential community, but still with the quiet sort of rural feel nearby. And we'll pull up one of the surrounding. So these were lots we're looking at. Okay, so this home sold for $610,000, and then the Zestimate on the other homes are between $500,000 and $700,000. So, yeah, this is an area with, depending on the size, it ranges, but this is an area with, higher home values. You could potentially get some value by building a home on the lot. All right, so let's get to how to buy and owner financing, of course, because again, we do offer owner financing on this property. So we have the property listed at a price of $49,997 plus the dock fee, and we do offer owner financing. So here's the deal. We don't have set owner financing terms. We like to tailor the owner financing to meet the needs of each individual buyer. So please reach out to us if you are interested in owner financing and let us know what kind of down payment and monthly payment would work with your budget, and we'll come up with terms that make the lot affordable for you. But I do want to be upfront about two owner financing terms or details. So the first is that we can offer a lower interest rate with a lower higher down payment. Lower interest rate, higher down payment. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about your budget. The second term, Well, the second thing is that we do say that there's no building on or living on the property until the end of the loan term. And this is for liability reasons, but you can make minor improvements like clearing, fencing, maybe putting a storage structure on if it's allowed by the county HOA. Anything that doesn't require a permit, essentially. So if you have some minor things you'd like to do to the property before you pay off the loan, just let us know and we can work with you. Now, for anyone who's interested in building, there's no prepayment penalty. So you can always pay off the loan early and get started building if that's what you want to do. You won't pay any fees, and actually we'll give you cash back if you pay off within a certain time frame. So if you pay off in the first 6 months, you'll get 5% cash back on the purchase price. And if you pay off in the first 12 months, you'll get 2.5% cash back on the purchase price. So what some people do is they get set up to build, they get a more standard construction loan, and they use that to pay off the owner financing loan. That'll save you on interest. There won't be any fees, and you might even get cash back if you pay off within these timeframes, 6 months and 12 months. Also with owner financing, we do offer a 365-day land exchange guarantee. So one thing that people often ask when they're thinking about owner financing is, what happens if I later decide this property isn't going to work for me, my plans change, or maybe even I find that you get another property that comes into your inventory later and that's really just perfect for me. What can I do? So this was our solution to that problem. You do have 365 days to exchange, within which you can exchange the property for another one that comes into our inventory. All you have to do is pay a new doc fee, but you can switch the property and just keep making payments and have the new property now under contract. So this way you can feel comfortable that you will get the property that ends up working best for you. On top of that, every purchase, whether cash or owner financing, does come with our Freedom Bundle of 9 bonuses. These are free. They're just included. They are included with the purchase. And these bonuses include a monthly landowner Q&A calls with me, a complimentary vacation voucher, hotel savings card, and restaurant savings card. These could help offset the costs of visiting the property or a vacation to celebrate becoming a landowner. You also have the option of getting a 30-minute architectural consultation with me because I have a background in architecture. That's also free. And every purchase comes with our homesteading guide, building and zoning guide, and post-closing checklist, as well as our neighbor lookup tutorial. In case you can't get in touch with the neighbors of surrounding properties, you can look up their address and send them a nice letter to introduce yourself. Of course, there are many reasons why you might want to know your neighbors, just to be neighborly, but also sometimes neighbors will sell their properties, or you might want to sell your property to them. You can help each other keep vacant lots safe, clean, free of issues, helping each other out, monitoring lots, things like that. There are a number of reasons why you might want to know your neighbor. So this helps you find any neighbors who are not actually living on the property nearby. And all of these come free with both either a cash sale or an owner financing sale. You get them when the deed is recorded, so that's up front with a cash sale and at the end of the loan term with owner financing. And they have a value of $5,675. And so if you would like to buy, we do actually have an automated cash checkout process. You would just click buy or hold and click buy. But I do not know that not everyone is ready to buy right away. So you also have the option to hold the property while you do your due diligence, because I know land buying can be a big process. You want to make sure that you have the property that really works for you. So you can hold the property for up to 8 days while you either go visit it, call us, call the county, do what you need to do to check out the property and make sure it works for your needs. It is $50 for 2 days. And again, you can hold for up to 8 days at a time. And to hold the property, we do have an automated process as well. You would just click buy or hold on the main listing page and then click hold. And of course, if you have questions about the property, our process, who we are, whether this property really works for you, or you want to discuss owner financing, you can always book a call to speak with my team, who is very knowledgeable about all of our properties, and will help you figure out if the property will work for you. So you can go to our homepage, you can click contact. It's actually at the top of all our listing pages, or just go to book.gocap.com and schedule a call at any time. All right. So that leads us to the free land giveaway. But before I go there, I do also want to note that I and my partner are live daily at 5 p.m. Eastern. So if you are in the market for land and you're looking at a lot of other listings and you would like a free review of other properties that you're interested in, we do property reviews every day at 5 p.m. Eastern. Just show up any day and leave your property in the chat, and we will take a look at it, and our community of land enthusiasts, for free. Or just join to look at interesting properties with us. And of course, if you want to look at the properties that we are selling, you can go to land, including this one. You can go to land.gocap.com. And as I mentioned, we do have a free land giveaway promotion too. So if you really want affordable land, we will be giving away a property free on January 1st, live at 2 p.m. Eastern. You can find all the details on our YouTube channel. Just search for Gokce Capital in YouTube and go down to the free land giveaway promotion video to see how it works. So again, if you want to look at all the details on this property, you can go to land.gocap.com and scroll down to number 722, Wilson number 2. And this is 0.92 acres in Wilson County. And that'll take you to the main listing page with all of the details. So thank you all for listening. Please join any day at 5 p.m. Eastern. And don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions about this or any of our other properties. To schedule a call, go to book.gocap.com. So thank you for watching,